So back in my day, there were Roblox games inspired by anime. The main offender for me was, and I will be absolutely flabbergasted if anyone has even heard of or played this game, Titan Slayers, which is actually how I found Attack on Titan. As a 14 or 15-year-old, this was traumatizing, but I fell in love with anime, and I spent my middle school and high school years watching Fairy Tail, AOT, SAO, Psycho-Pass, and like Beyblade Let It Rip or something. But around junior year of high school, I stopped watching anime. And since I turned 24, that was, wait, I'm old, 7 years ago. So I haven't really sat down and watched anime at all recently. Minus like Link Click, which isn't even an anime technically. Until I watched 86. At first I'm like, I don't really like war mecha fighting anime, but the story is so good. So good, in fact, I thought. Could I make this in Roblox? How hard could it be? Oh, here's a cute 9-minute tutorial on how you can make a mech in Blender.
So then we'll duplicate the torso and this will become the pelvis. And then you pretty much just start, modeling.
No, I don't know.
For now, just block out the big shapes. We'll do the details later.
After a week and 2 streams totaling 6 hours, I had my mecha. The problem is inverse kinematics from Blender don't work in Roblox. Or they didn't until I go to record a video to show it not working, and then it magically works. I literally stared at this for like 10 to 15 seconds in shock, dread, and fear. It did not work the previous 10 times I tested it on stream. I'm going to lose my mind. So it's been 3 weeks. Since then, I started a whole new Celeste series on the gaming channel, edited 3 hours of content into 20 minutes, and realized I hate editing passionately. I bought $732 worth of streaming equipment and set all of it up. I'll have a passport in 4 weeks. Then I came back to this project about a week ago. Oh, how's the mecha looking, you might ask? Well, she got an upgrade. It now looks like this. You probably couldn't even tell, but I didn't even use a tutorial. Here's how using Blender went without a tutorial. This looks like Thomas the Tank Engine. So we switched to just using Roblox Studio instead. Okay, so I did try to rig a better looking mecha, but I got stuck with error after error in the rigging process, so I tore it apart and tried to make it as simple as possible, which is why we have this thing. Animation! The amazing Mr. Perzelite recommended I just take the default animation script and edit it so that I can make it work with the mecha. That's not a bad idea at all, but I want to create my own animation controller for learning. And because I couldn't figure out how to make the default one work, I did something amazing. I have done computer programming without the aid of artificial intelligence. I know. To be completely fair, I did ask it for help, but the prompt was, okay, I don't want to read a step-by-step solution because I feel that doesn't help me learn. I want to do it on my own, as if AI never even existed, till I truly understand it. Perfect, that's exactly the right mind. Bro gave me a list of questions. It's now a homework assignment. It did help though. When I was really stuck, I could just say, I feel stuck, and it would tell me, you're feeling stuck because you're trying to do 2 things in one place. That means I worked my own way through having a function run each frame, what condition I set to change the movement state, having another function observe those changes, which plays the animation by calling a local function, that I also wrote myself, and so much more. But that's boring. The way more fun challenge was coding projectiles. I made the gun follow your mouse pretty easily, minus some weld issues, but then I got stuck on how ray casting works. The biggest reason was I was confusing what I was putting into the ray, but once I had the correct arguments, wow, it works. Also, there's a map and there's enemy AI that walks around, but I did like all of this off stream, so that's why it's gonna just kind of magically appear. Okay, the new big issue is I have a bullet getting shot that moves over time, but I have a raycast that's happening instantly. So how do I make the bullet and the raycast work together? I ask Steven the Raycast. If you want it to be frame by frame, you just have to raycast in front of the bullet after you move it. After expressing confusion, I got gifted my favorite thing of all time, a math animation. You can see that every frame the ray inches along like a worm trying to get back into the ground until it hits something. Implementing it was not that hard. It's not going to hit until I get close enough, and then, ready? Oh god, I need to actually hit it. Oh god, I need to actually hit the model. Come here, come, you stupid. Oh, that's, hey, enemy. It hit, enemy. And then it should be air cans. Perfect. And if I just stand here, it's going to be air cans over and over. That's exactly what I want. Attempt to index no with find first child. Lovely. But the stupid mechas would still fall over if I got close to them. That's where Avalachi helped with this insane supply drop of knowledge and code. I promise it's not a community project. I wrote like 95% of this code myself. There's just some things I didn't know how to do. This is the only thing I do not completely understand in my code, and I really should break it apart, but a math debugging library would help tons. Roblox, please add a Gizmos library like Unity has, or I will. I created a run system that starts with 10 enemies and does an insanely arduous calculation of times equals 1.1 and learns this weird context-dependent way of doing types. But because of my own self-imposed deadline, I had like a day left to finish everything, and spoilers, I did not finish everything. In the last stream, I had the very simple goal of getting upgrades working, and...
Does it work? Okay, I just need to see if this prints out my category on the server from the client. Upgrade service is not a valid member of folder. Oh, so it just doesn't exist. The upgrade service is just dead. Let me do this. Let me try the dot. Nope, of course not. Upgrade service is not a valid member of... Okay, so we upgrade service... Oh, I know why, because I'm silly. I think I have to source map here. Please notice that there's a... No... It's really, truly just angry that upgrade service is not real. It does not exist. That is spelled correctly, right? Like, grade service, and then we have, like, upgrade service. Yeah, that's right. Dot client. Oh my god. Well, no, this is right, because we can get profile service. Is this a Rojo? Oh my, there's no way it's a Rojo moment. Rojo. Default, and... Nope, it seems synced and connected. Wait, did it just work? What? Huh? I hate programming so much. I have changed literally nothing. I have just... Oh, I commented it out. I'm gonna kill my... I may be cooked. This game is not having working upgrades. This is... We're calling in the big guns. I need the fish's help. Fish, I don't understand. Fish, I need emergency help. This stupid thing is erroring, even though this is the most confusing bug I've ever experienced. Steven! What is happening? Huh? This is literally the most confusing bug I have ever experienced. No, I'm messaging him on Discord. He's mid-delta ruining. I think we may be cooked. I don't know what else to do, and in moments of crisis, we just restart. We just restart VS Code, okay? We just close it completely and then whip it back open. It's horrible. It's a really bad day. I was thinking the function we made earlier needs to be a client function, but the fact that I should be able to access this. Oh, Discord message, Steven. Adding it to my client table or whatever. You want to know what upgrade service looks like? Okay, buddy. Read the caution at the top of the page. I need to know it. The service is a server module to handle an aspect of your game to create. Just tell me the answer. Read the caution. If there is no client table or nothing put inside the table, the service will not be known to the client, and any references to it will... I've been in crisis the past 30 minutes because I just didn't add... So you're telling me if I do fish, function client, boom, okay? And then it's going to be up. Tell me, it's just going to work, isn't it? It's just going to work. It's just going to... Nope, nil. Okay, but still, it knows it's calling a function on the server. So it essentially works.
Have you ever wanted to play a mecha game where your enemy skids across the map? What about no sound effects or music at all for a more immersive experience? Introducing Mecha Game. Feel free to tap the UI buttons for fun, as they do literally nothing, but they're certainly satisfying to press, and the number even saves to data store. That way, you can pick up right where you left off. Mecha Game. Link in the description. Okay, those were easily some of my favorite lines to record. I've probably learned more about game development in the past 3 weeks than I have the entire 4 years I've been doing it, or the decade that I've been on Roblox. I've 3D modeled, rigged, animated, coded everything by myself, in addition to learning how to use DaVinci to do video editing. Okay, if you're bored and you want to watch me make stuff live, then twitch.tv/Ericans. Goodbye.